Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to InfinityQuest number 45. Hey, there we go. I don't know why it just took a second for it to load in then, but there you go. Yes, InfinityQuest 45, as we dive into the unknown ocean that's known as Aquanaut's Holiday. That is not the name of the ocean, that is the name of the game. But yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. And also welcome to the UKSG Green debrief, because for those who knew, I was at UKSG Green quite recently for the last, what was it, 6 days, I think it was? Yeah, it was Wednesday that I went, and then I came back on the Monday evening. Well, so that was 5 days? 5, 6 days? I don't know. A world beyond your imagination. Ooh. But yeah, we'll get into the debrief in a moment. We'll just let this intro play out for a second. Oh, neck. The frame rate on this intro is kind of bad. The Aquanaut's Holiday. How do you expect me to read that? It was already fading out as it faded in. Aquanaut's Holiday. Yes. Aquanaut's Holiday. It's a very, would I say it's a game? I suppose it's a game. It's a simulator of a sort, so... Yo, crazy. Sup, man. Sup to you too. Hell yeah. Hope you're doing alright. Hope you got back safely and hope you're doing well. But yeah, so we'll get into the debrief as we start the game. But let's just see what this is all about. I mean, I have played this briefly years ago because I actually used to own this game. I never completed it because I don't think you can complete this game. I think it's more of an endless simulator thing. But there are things you can do in quotations. So let's see how we get on anyway. Let's put our name in first. Infinity. And it actually all fits in as well. Look at that. Stereo. And we're going to go square window. Please wait. So yes, UKSG Green. Lasted 4 days this time. Oh, straight into this. Oh yeah, I remember this now. Bloody hell. How do we move again? X. That's how we move. Yes, the trip back was okay. Had a bad headache after, but mostly all better now. Hope your trip back went okay? Yeah, it went really well, thank you. It was pretty good. Pretty smooth, no delays. It's all good. It's as smooth as this gameplay is right now. In fact, this is actually not too bad for the frame rate, to be fair. It's quite good considering that it's got all this to load in. But yeah, basically we're in a sort of I think we're in a sort of submarine or sort of like pod that we're swimming around the ocean in. Circles to decelerate. That's to go backwards as well. So the top left is essentially our speed. I know it's not really indicating like what kind of speed we're going in, but basically the faster it is, the faster we go. Obviously we can see lots of fish, but it's an exploration game, this basically, so we can just do some exploring. Look at those beautiful fish. Funny enough, there are achievements for this game, so we're going to see if we can get a few of them. If we don't, we don't. But we'll be going back and forth a few menus, doing a few things, trying to attract fish, but we're going to be exploring the vast ocean. So, UKSG. So, yeah, it was... wow. It's kind of hard to explain how UKSG went in words. Kind of how hard it was to explain the other two events I went to in words as well. But we're going to give it a try. So, started off pretty good, actually. I mean, as I expected, to be fair. I went on the Wednesday. I went quite early, so I caught the 8 a.m. Bloody hell, there's a lot of fish here. I caught the 8 a.m. train. And I got to, I nearly said London. I got to Glasgow for just past 12 lunchtime. Oof. Bashed into the rock there. Let's not do that. So yeah, there was that. And then, I think yeah, so I got there. I met up with, oops, sorry, fish. I met up with, oops. Whoops. I don't think fish squeak like that. They're bloody mice. But yeah, I met up with Fat Cat, or known as Synth who is my moderator, of course. Went to Costa Coffee just to go meet up with him. Met up with Austin there as well. And yeah, it was just a nice little quick catch up there to begin with. Then we met up with our roommate as well as one of the other runners. So that was It's Paige. I made the mistake of thinking that she was at the Glasgow Queen Street station, and it turns out she was actually at Glasgow Central. So, oops. And I have done that mistake before, because I did that mistake for UKSG Red. So, was it red or was it blue? I did that mistake, actually. I think it was red. No, was it red or was it blue? When did Shadow... I'm trying to remember when Shadow Knight went to the event. Was it blue or red? I think he went to blue. I don't even remember which event Shadow Knight went to, but... Anyway, I went to the wrong station. There's that. But I met up with It's Paige at Glasgow Central. And then from then, I think we went to Weatherspoons? Yes, I remember now. We went to Weatherspoons. Oh, I can't. Oh, hang on. What was that icon then? Maybe I went too fast and maybe the game didn't load in, so maybe that's like a thing to do with that. I don't know. Shadow went to red, didn't he? I think yes, he did, because he did Klonoa. But I think he also went to blue as well. No, he didn't go to blue, actually. Oops. Oh, yeah, we got, like, sonar sounds. Can see right through you. That's a interesting achievement. So I've got, like, sonar on my shoulder buttons. Guess that's just for singing to the fish and all that. What other buttons have we got? What's this? What's this? Return. Oh, that's like return to the main screen. So this, I think, is a buoy. So I can drop them. Aha! Oops. So these I can use to pinpoint locations later. But I don't want to just spam a million of them, otherwise I'm going to have them scattered all over the map. So I want to use them in certain locations. Again, this game is more of a self-exploration style thing. You just explore things and you find things. So, like I said, it's quite a big map, I think, so... And if you spot something of interest, you drop a buoy, and then you have a little bit of research that you do in that area. Oh, hang on. Oh my god, we found a whale. Talk to me, whale. Yeah, I'm going to say I didn't see him nor Rui at green. Yeah, so Shadow Knight and Rui didn't come to green this time around. I think they're going to try and come for blue, though. So, that's the idea. So while we chase this whale, so yeah, went up to Weatherspoons, and that's when we started getting everyone together at Weatherspoons, and everyone came down for a nice drink. I'm going to crash into the whale by accident. Ugh. Unless the whale's just too quick for us. Oh god, I've lost my bearings now. I can't move. Alright, I'm going to stop there. Okay, so bloody hell, it's pretty big, this. In fact, I can't go down any further right now. Let's head to the map screen. Let's see where we are anyway. So yeah, we all usually gather up at Weatherspoons, and then that's pretty much where we just gather up and then decide what we're going to do for the day, for the pre-event. So this is the reef view. We can build, basically it's like blocks, I guess, of blocks of food that attract the fish. So this is the entire reef. Like, it's a pretty massive network, but we're going to stick him bang in the middle. It's kind of a, you have to work this out yourself, really. So there's different colours you can do. So we're going to stick some yellows here and just like a tower. And then we're going to stick a few reds here and a couple blues. And it's kind of just mixing it up because obviously the different blocks attract different fish. So I have no idea which ones do what because I never really researched this game. This is kind of me winging it a little bit. But obviously you can only get so many blocks to begin with, and then you'll get more as time goes on. So I'm out of blocks now. But obviously if I let this just hover for a second, over time you'll see more fish come. But obviously that takes time. So we'll leave that view for a second and we'll head to the map screen. So yeah, we after Spoons, some of us went to Laser Zone, which was pretty fun. Yeah, like I've not been to Laser Zone in years, but it was very, very, very fun. So this is what we've explored so far. So we've got a hotspot there that we can go to, I think. So we can jump back to this location. I don't know if this is one of my boys or if this is just like a location I can go to. Oh, it is one of my boys. Okay. So we need to have a little exploration. So if the boy's there, I want to go to the left because towards the east, basically. I'm going to head up. This is quite a steep hill, so I'm going to have to go around it. Otherwise, I'm going to go bonk into the wall if I don't go up a bit more. Nope. So what is this? What is this triangle thing? I think it's a I don't know if it's a CD loading thing or something, or if it's my engine stalling or something. Like, the game won't let me move any further, but then it will again. Like, it's happy to let me move now, but then it's like, no, it won't. So this is again, I don't know how to play this game. I just thought it'd be interesting to do a holiday-related game while I do a debrief. But yeah, so Laser Zone was a lot of fun. We did 2 rounds. I think there was 8 of us in total for that. Yes, there was, because we had 2 teams of 4 for the second game. There was a little bit of cheating going on at Laser Zone, I will say. No names, Jack. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I know that some people just did their own things. Like, some people were still traveling as well, because it was Wednesday. Like, it is the middle of the week. People are either at work still. Oops. And yeah, they're still sort of, you know, doing their jobs and everything, and then traveling. So there was a good group, though. It was quite surprising the amount of people who turned up for the Wednesday, for the pre-event. And then after that, went back to our hotel, I think, and then just relaxed there. So the hotel that we were staying at the Travel Lodge, which was by the Glasgow Queen Street station. I will say it wasn't good. I've been in lots of hotels. That one was a bit stanky, really. It's a bit bleh. I mean, I suppose you get what you pay for. So it was pretty cheap, to be fair, if we share the costs between 3 people. Because there were 3 beds in there. There was a double bed and then 2 single beds. So could fit 3 people in comfortably. So that was okay. But the one thing I didn't like, there was no lock on the door in the bathroom. Now, when it comes to hotels or anywhere, I'd say, I mean, I feel that you need a lock for a bathroom, no matter what, just for that, you know, sort of privacy thing. Like, obviously we trust each other, but it's just nice to have that sort of, you know, I guess, confidence or something. So I don't know. It's a strange one, that one. The bathroom was meh. We got there and the drain was already blocked in the sink in the bathtub for the shower. So yeah, ow, that wasn't good. So, but yeah. So overall, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. That hotel, it just wasn't good, but it gave us enough to just sleep in there and then just do whatever during the day, so we didn't have to go in there. In fact, I probably went into the hotel the least amongst the 3 people who were sleeping in there. So there was myself and It's Paige. We both were there on the Wednesday. Recult was our 3rd roommate. He was there on the Thursday. Oops, watch out. Oh, nearly crashed into that fish then. It's so hard to steer when you're at like full speed, and especially if you get too close to the ground, you're going to crash into it. Because like I said, you're in a sort of submarine, sort of sub-pod thing. So you're quite big. So like if I go pretty close to the ground, I just crash. Because, yeah, you know, I've basically got like long legs, I suppose. Don't know if I can call anything for these. Nope. Back to exploring.
He's alright, but he's no bowl of Special K. Mwah.
Yo, King. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome back to streaming. Yes, thank you. Hope you're doing well. We're just talking about UKSG while we're exploring this very unusual ocean that's just filled with fish that we can bump into and they go squeak like that. So yeah, there was 3 of us in the room. It was pretty good. It was alright. It worked. I think it was £240 a person. Ooh, swordfish. 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 I want it. Talk to me, swordfish. I don't know how to talk to the fish. Let's drop a buoy here, just so we can come back here later. Wherever this is. Like I said, we're meant to be exploring and finding things. Oh, there's a manta. Now, that's something very interesting. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. Is it going to come to us? Oh, we've befriended the manta. Look at him. Look at him spinning around. Oh. So if we use our L2, he does a little spin. Whee! Oops. I don't think he liked it when I crashed into him then. Oh, come back, come back. There we go. Sorted out everything for Blue. Nice, nice. What, have you got your accommodation? Ooh, bloody hell. You alright, mate? How you doing, fish? It just died. Okay, I'm out of there. Oops. I wish the sea was real. Well, apparently I just killed 2 fish by pressing R1. They literally just turned over and just died. Whoops. We're going to drop a buoy there, actually, because the manta's nearby. So let's head back to our reef view and let's have a look at if we've found any more fish. Premier Inn, nice. So I've got the Airbnb that's pretty much that's directly next to Premier Inn as well. So that's going to be pretty cool. Ah, we have fish. Look at them all. Look at them. Look at them feeding on everything. Beautiful. So as you can see in the bottom of the screen, we have like sort of the the gauge. This just tells you how many fish we've got, and it also shows our like sort of progress. So that means we can build more and start getting more fish. So I'm going to start building some of these up here. Just going to separate them a little bit this time. So I'm going to make some like just random ones everywhere, just to spread it out a little bit. Get some blues around here, whatever they do. There we go. And then hopefully they should start going to them. Yes, yes they are. So obviously yellow goes to yellow, blue goes to blue, red goes to red. You just want to get a good mix of them so you can build up the gauge. Where was I? So yeah. 3 people in there, blah 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 blah. We did laser zone, yep, done that. Okay, yeah, so now we can talk about the very first day. So we talked about day 0. And now we can talk about day 1. That was on the Thursday. There was quite a few people on the Thursday, which surprised me a little bit, to be fair. Because, oh, that's just our base as well. So, our block should be nearby then, if that's the case. But, yeah, so day 1, there's quite a few people. I will say, like, overall for the event, the amount of people who came... Oh, we've got this weird symbol again. I really don't know what to do with that. I think it must be like a limit thing. Like, maybe there's only so much I could go in that direction. So let's see if I can just start mapping out the area. Obviously, there's nothing nearby, so we have to keep exploring. But, yeah, I know that we were over capacity by, like, a couple people. Because I think we got a couple extra people for the entire event altogether. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised to see that a lot of people came on the Thursday. So yeah, that was quite nice. Tell you what, let's... Ooh, hang on, what's down here? But yeah, did I have any runs on the Thursday? Yes, I did. I had my Books Life run. We'll get to that in a moment. So, we had an extra room this time, basically. Ooh, oh. Well, I found a jellyfish. I want to go talk to them. Oh, sorry, jellyfish. Didn't mean to make you squeak. I want to know what these are now. What are these eggs? I must go deeper. I must go closer. Boink. Nice. Actually, I'm going to drop a boy here, I think. But yeah, we were over capacity, quite a lot of people. We had the extra room now for board games, because previously we only had the stream room and the board game room directly next to it. It wasn't enough space, really, for the amount of people we've started getting recently in the recent events. So we have an extra one that's just down the hall. It's only like 15-20 seconds away. It's like a few secs away from the... what's it called? You know, the coffee room, like the public room. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Befriend the shark. Look at him going wibbity wobbity wob. Wibbity wobbity wob. Oh, and he's gone. I scared him off. Anyway, moving on. So we had that extra room. It was really good. Like, it was nice to have that extra room mainly for board games. But there were monitors in there for people to do practice runs as well. So it was another board game / practice room. And yeah, having those two meant that we could balance out the rooms, and it never got overcrowded in either of the rooms. It was actually pretty comfortable. So that's a big plus for sure. Ooh. We found something. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to drop a buoy there. And crash immediately into it. Nice. Like I said, I'm dropping these so I can research them later. Like, just have a look and see if there's anything of interest there. Because like you said, if you find like different areas, it's always good to mark them on the map so you can at least teleport to them later. That's why I don't want to spam these, because if I spam these buoys, then they're just going to be all next to each other, and it's going to be hard to distinguish. So, but yeah, so moving on, we had my run after a few runs happened. What on earth are these? What the frick is that? It's like a Pac-Man eel or something. Uh-oh. Uh. That's terrifying. I've never seen anything like that ever. I don't think it even exists, to be fair. There is a sequel to this game as well, funny enough. So, not going to check that out, though. Yeah, so I had my run, A Bug's Life. I did some practice, obviously, beforehand for the run and everything. I was in the practice room just doing a bit of practice. Was it the... Yeah, it was the Thursday that I did that. Was it? Yeah, yes it was. Yes it was. Whoops, because I had the... whoops. Because I had the... I had the Regrets run on the Saturday, so I remember now. So yeah, Thursday, I had A Bug's Life. It was a pretty good run. I think the run went pretty well. The only thing that took a while was the wall jump in the canyon, and also the final boss was a bit of a pain, really. It wasn't too good that time. To be fair, though, the final boss can be a pain if you keep falling off the platforms and everything. But it is what it is, so... So yeah, we did that. But overall, I enjoyed watching lots of the runs. I wish I could have watched all of them in person, but there's two things I couldn't do really. One, if I was ever watching a run, I would need to probably have someone there that I could just like talk to about the run and everything while watching it, because my narcolepsy was starting to kick in quite a bit. And it was hard for me to maintain probably more than an hour at any time. Just sat there on my own with no, like, nothing. Even laughing, like, at something funny in the run would help a lot. So, did we already befriend a whale? Let's drop it there anyway. Yeah, I think we already befriended the whale. Let's head back anyway. Let's see if we got any more progress done. But, But yeah, that's pretty much what happened, really. I just needed breaks, and to be fair... Sorry, I just had a message from my brother. Put more there. There we go. That'll do. It's hard to talk about this because there was so much that happened. But yeah, it was really fun watching a lot of runs. For the first day, I didn't do too many board games. It was more just like catching up with people who were there, meeting some new faces as well. That was a lot of fun. There was quite a few new attendees for sure, and runners, just at the event overall. So that was always fun. I think whenever you go to these events, if you've got like new runners, then it's definitely a lot of fun. So, what is this? 22.9. What are these then? There's 18 minutes. What is these? 14. I'll tell you what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about going here and then going east. Not east. Going south and then north. Just so I can scan this section. But, what is this game? It's a bit of an obscure one, really, Quigley. It's about having a holiday underwater. It's Japanese, that's all you need to know. Hope you're doing alright, though. But yeah, so day one, it was a bit of a quieter day, like just catching up with everyone, seeing how everyone's doing. Day two, day two was definitely the big one when people started like doing a lot more things, doing board games. Like I said, a lot of new faces. And it was busy, but it was busy in a comfortable way. Like, there was plenty of things to do. And yeah. Ah, Japan, makers of weird games. Yes. This was Art Dink, I think it was, the developers. It looked fun from all the photos. I mean, I don't hate this. Oh, you're talking about UKSG, I think. Sorry. I thought you were on about this game, then I was like, you know, the game, it's not bad, it's just, what on earth? That looks like a monkey's face on a fish. Is that the same whale from before? Nah, UKSG, yes, it was a lot of fun. Oh yes, of course, I met Kado, of course. Met Kado, met Taka. Obviously, I know what Taka looks like now. I can't describe him either because that would also give away the way he looks. He was hidden all the time, so there was that. But, yeah, see, I know now. He's really good, though, Taka. He's great to talk to. I befriended the Cephalocard. What the heck did I just befriend? I befriended the eel. There you go. Yeah, I was literally laughing to the bank at UKSG. Yes, indeed. But hey, nothing wrong with that. But yeah, no, meeting Keda and Taka, that was fun. He sent me a lovely message after the event saying it was really, really nice to meet you and all that. I was like, oh, thank you. So, that's always nice. What's not nice is bumping into these poor little fish. Accidentally, of course, you know. Whoops. Uh-oh. Ow. I love your flat cap. Oh, thank you. I actually forgot to wear it on day 4. So... Because I didn't realise I packed it back in my suitcase. Because day 4 morning... Was it day 3 evening or... I don't know. It must have been when I got back at the end of day 3. I just packed my suitcase up just to make sure that it was all done. Oops. I've only seen pictures of you wearing it. Yeah. I have 2 flat caps. I have this like other one, and then there's this really oversized one, which I kind of like. So I refuse to believe you were not wearing it at any point. If you look at day 4... Whoops. I like to think you sleep in a flat cap. I probably have once, I think. Probably. Yo, Arugula, good luck, have fun. I don't know if we can really say good luck on exploring the ocean. I feel like I already committed a lot of problems underwater by crashing into all these amazing fish and like that one there. Whoops. Whoops. See, I'm accidentally doing this lately, you know, because I love the fish. I absolutely love it, dashing into them with my sub-pod. Good luck on not killing any more fish. Yes, thank you. Let's just sing to the fish. Again, it's a bit of an obscure game. It's kind of like a self-exploration thing. You do find, like, points of interest. Find the seabed sanctuary. Not in fish swimmer. What? See, this is the thing about this achievement. I don't understand the name of this, so... But yeah, no, it was really fun to meet some runners for sure, especially people who have spoken to quite a bit online. You know, obviously there's a lot of people I recognize. A lot more people I recognize and remember their names as well. Like, the first event, it's always impossible to remember everyone's names. Second event, it gets better. But by the third event, you kind of like, yo, how you doing? A and B and C and D and X and Y and Z, you know? It's just easier. It just snaps in your head and you're like, yep, I remember them. So, it definitely helps with the lanyards as well. That their names on there as well, if you do forget. And there's nothing wrong with forgetting someone's name because, you know, there's that many people attending, you know. If you can remember everyone, well, then that's pretty cool. So, but yeah, there was a great selection of runs. obviously, there were some runs I favoured more than others. That's why I donated for them. I wish I could donate to every single run, but of course, you donate what you can feel comfortable with. So, for food and drink, we went out to a couple places. I went out to a thing called the Fat Hippo, I think on day 3 it was. That was actually quite nice. Really nice burger up there. So, would probably definitely go again for sure. I did go to... Where else did I go for food, to be fair? To be fair, did I even eat that much at the event? Also, why is my Discord beeping? Why am I not in streamer mode? Huh. That's strange. It's saying I'm not in streamer mode. Why is that? Enable streamer mode. Ah. Oh, Discord have changed something. All sound effects, yes. Notifications, yes. Discord window from screen capture, no. Okay, for some reason it disabled my Discord whatever mode, so that's why I was getting beeps in my ears like repeatedly. Don't know why. I've got so many runs to catch up on. Couldn't watch many live. To be fair, yeah, like there was that many runs and they were all good runs, but I just could not watch them all. Basically, there were just that many. That was just too many. So, ooh, I heard something. What's that noise? I hear something, but I can't tell where it's coming from. Let's drop a boy here. It's like Godzilla or something. Where's it coming from? What are these? Oh, they are things. Okay, they're seahorses. Okay. Right, it's coming from... It's coming from somewhere, that noise. I'm trying to discover where it's coming from. Again, it's always worth like pinging some of these fish in case they're part of achievements as well. Yeah, this definitely feels like a different area now where I am at. Because the ground looks a little bit greener here. A bit more mossy. So let's start exploring these sections here. Oops. It's a bit too low. But yeah, like, in terms of the event as well, like, having it as a 4-day event was great. Like, really great. I think it just gave you that bit of comfort. So you could go spend time with, you know, people you want to and go catch up with everyone. Do things outside of the event. It was great. I understand it's a lot of work to plan for a 4-day event for sure. But it's well worth it. And it becomes sort of my main holiday for the year. Even though I'm off to UKSG for the other events, yeah, it was well worth it. I wonder if that's like a height limit. So I can't go any higher. Yeah, I think that's a height limit. I don't think I can go any higher. That's why it keeps doing that. Because I'm too close to the surface. But, ooh. They're pretty. So, I think if you ever plan to go for the long events in the future, because apparently that is what might be happening. It seems like that UKSG Green is now going to be... Oh, say hermit crab. Talk to me, hermit crab. No, don't hide away. Talking to you. You don't have to be a speedrunner to go. you know, if you like watching speedruns, then by all means. If you just like being around people who love older games, it's genuinely worth it. Like, it's nice. Speedrunners fascinate me, and old games are great. Yeah, there's a big selection of games that we do all sorts. Like, it's not just video games. We do board games there. Like, people bring their own collection of board games, and it's not like we're not talking like blooming Kaplunker or something like that. We're talking some more of these more proper modern advanced games like Terraforming Mars or Root and stuff like that. There's one game I never got a chance to play, which was Heat, or the Formula. Was it Formula E or F or whatever it was? G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T A U V W X Y and Z. Because like I said, there was just so much to do. Like, you've got the event itself, so you can go and watch the stream. But of course, you wouldn't want to just go to the event just to watch the runs. Height limit. Sheriff in Nottingham, where you have to bluff. I mean, there are games similar to that people bring. What's it called? I'm trying to think of. There's one game I want someone to potentially bring if they've got it. Orleans. Otherwise, I may have to bring it sometime if I get it. It's like another engine sort of building game where you have to like recruit different characters and then they can do different actions per turn. So there's a lot of games I played on TTS years ago. Let's head back to the menu. Let's have a look and see where we've been. You are a runner of a sort, King. You've done the Ricky blind races. That's technically speedrunning. Just saying. Yeah, it was nice meeting people like Ricky and that, because obviously it was a bit of a surprise to see that he was coming to UKSG Green. But in person, he's really nice to speak to. He really is. So that was really good. We're at 10%. Oh, well, I don't know what we're doing here, but we're making some progress. Let's just do some blocks here then. Let's do a nice vertical yellow. Again, I have no idea what's going on here, so I just wing it right now. But yeah, no, UKSG is welcome for anyone, speedrunners or just people interested in seeing what it's all about at these events. And like I said, you're in Scotland as well. You're in the middle of Glasgow, which has so much going on. Lots of places to explore, lots of places to go eat for food as well. Like, honestly, it's just really good fun. So, I'm going to leave the port again this time. I'm not going to go back to the map screen. I want to try and see if I can go a different direction this time. From the port. I'm trying to find where my reef is as well from my port, because obviously this is my base here. But I'm also trying to find where my reef is. I think it's got to be somewhere nearby. Because all those blocks that I'm placing, you can actually go see where all the fish are. But let's see if I can find where it is exactly. So, my thoughts are it's probably nowhere near here. So I'm thinking it's probably going to have to be back this way. So we're going to circle back up to the base. I'd say that the problem with UKSG is that it's just in Scotland. Like, it's not a bad thing, it's just far. Oops. So you need to make sure that if you're going, that you can obviously make it to those events. Let's ascend just for a second. Can we go over this? Because I think this building's got like a really big hitbox. So But yeah, like, cost-wise, it was 240 for my share of the room that we had. And that was between 3 people, so it came to 720 total shared between 3 people for 5 nights? Yes, 5 nights, so. But travel cost, it was like 45 for me, I think, for a return train ticket. Took about 4 hours. I don't mind the travel. I think by train it was just really smooth and clean, like, honestly, compared to the coach journeys I used to get. Of course, some people are coming from different countries, so, you know, your mileage may vary. But honestly, with the green events potentially looking to be the 4-day events in the future, and blue and red being like the shorter, like, sort of, oh, there's my blocks. Hey, oh, no, I'm going to crash into... And then being the shorter events, I think it's good because it means that people can plan for green. Whoops. Let's not get squashed by them, shall we? Oops. So I think it's definitely worth it for sure. But I can understand if people, you know, think it might still not be worth it for just the 4 days. I would also say though that 4 days is plenty. Now, I've obviously seen like lots of events that last a week. There's obviously BSG Annual / Plus. There's obviously ESA, GDQ. There's a lot of events that last a whole week. I genuinely think you would get exhausted for a whole week away. Now, that's just my opinion, but I would say if the event was a week long, I think I would be too drained after half of the event. Like, I was okay at the end of the event. Ooh, what's these? We found some interesting. Slow down. It's understandable. Yeah, it just... I was ready to go home. Which is weird, because when I got home, I was a bit sort of... Not depressed, but I was sad that I'm obviously not going to see everyone for a few more months again. Yes, there's a lot of talking, like... You know, you're having conversations with everyone, you're having laughs, you know, obviously I'm making jokes, you know, people are laughing, so... It's, it was great fun. Obviously, for me, I'm essentially waiting every few months to go see my friends again, in person. Because most of them are either scattered too far away to go visit them, or it's just, I don't know, maybe, I think some of them are just based in Scotland, so obviously going to Scotland all the time just casually is not really viable. Unless I went by coach sometimes, but coach is a bit of a pain, excuse me. Oh, sorry, I'm just yawning. I'm not yawning at this game, I'm just a bit tired because I've been working today. Catching up on everything. I heard something then. Dropping that there. There's something nearby. It's trying to... Oh, it's trying to figure out where those sounds are coming from, though. Definitely, yeah, I can hear it, but just... Because if I do that and I get an achievement, then I know that I'm near something. That is a very pink-looking fish. Where are you going? Oops. Where are you going? But yeah, so in terms of like pricing, it depends on when you want to go, and it depends where you're traveling from. I think it's different watching the runs live in person as well. Like, obviously watching, I don't know, for example, Kada's Sonic Heroes run, for example. It is a different experience being there in person, being a part of the crowd doing all the silly shenanigans that sometimes happens with some runs, you know, with the whole waving the arms at the end of a level and everything. And like everyone was doing so many Big the Cat memes and everything. It was so fucking hilarious. Like, but like you have to be there in person to experience stuff like that. I'm sure watching it online was just as funny, and it'll be interesting to watch that back for sure and just see how, how it looked from an online perspective. But stuff like Recult's Legend of Zelda's Echoes of Wisdom run. Ooh, octopus. I see an octopus and I see something pyramid shaped over there. We're somewhere. Hello, octopus. You my friend? Oh, he's like, nah, I'm out of here. I don't think he likes that sound. That's why he keeps moving away. There we go. He likes this one. This one apparently makes him just inflate. Yeah. Anyway, let's go check out these pyramids. Let's drop a boy right there. Look at that, we're in Egypt. Underwater Egypt. But, oh, that noise was scary then. We've got different music though. Like I did commentary for Kada's I'll find the pyramids. Oh, very nice. Yeah, so I did commentary for Kada's 102 Dalmatians run. What is that? Befriend the Nautilus. Look at him spinning around like Sonic the Hedgehog. Jesus, whoa, he's going pretty quick. Slow down, slow down. I'm going to keep away from that thing. This only took us nearly an hour to explore something interesting. Ow. Keep crashing into the pyramids. Oof. Maybe I can't. I think the hitbox of that's massive. So. But yeah, no, it was really fun to do the commentary. The one thing I didn't like was the commentary for Peggle that I did afterwards for the grand final match. I'm not a commentator and I'm not someone who can quickly do commentary just like that. Like, Dalmatians was easy because I know Dalmatians. Befriend the shrimp. Shrimping ain't easy. I love that achievement name. There's quite a few achievements down here. That's quite nice. Is that fish just walking? It's just walking. Creepy. But no, it was great fun. I took lots of photos this time as well, which I'll probably post in the Pics channel. There's one photo I won't share just because they requested not to be posted on like socials, and I respected that. Anyway, oh, back to the whale again. So, let's see how we're doing, actually. Let's see where we are on the map. Because if we found one location, that means we can look somewhere else then, to be fair. I don't know how we've got 8 achievements so far on this, but... oh, that's kind of funny, actually. So this is our, like, base here. Because this is where our reef is, basically. So this is where we started, originally. So... And this is where we're currently at. This is our last location, so... I'm thinking... I'm going to go back to this spot. I'm going to go to the east, I think. But yeah, I got lots of photos this time because for UKSG Red, I never really got that many photos because I was just too into the event. Like, I was just having fun, speaking with everyone, just doing stuff like... It was just great fun. but this time I had more time. And it's important, if you want photos with people, do it earlier rather than later. Just because some people had to dash and leave quite early than expected, so, you know, that opportunity might come and go pretty quickly. Obviously, excuse me, sorry. Obviously, you don't want to just go up to everyone and say, "Can I have a photo? Can I have a photo?" You know, obviously, if you've spoken to them and all that, then it makes a bit more sense. But yeah, I think we can befriend this pink shark. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should stop running into it. Befriend the pink shark. Wow, very cool. So there was that. Again, board games played a big part of everything. I think board games are the best way to get to know someone. And, like, just have, you know, chats with them as well if you don't know who they are. So that's one reason to come to, like, these events, because stuff like that's really good. I guess the thing that people have to work out is if it justifies the costs. Like, the ticket for the whole 4 days is £70. But day tickets, I think it was like £30 each. So obviously 4 day tickets would be 120. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I think it was 30 quid or something for a day ticket, but you know, you have to kind of justify, you know, are you going to be at the event for that long? I don't know. What is this? Board games are a good social lubricant. Yes, they are. Oh, it's like a glowfish thing. I don't think they're interested in talking to me. It was good. It was just like, for the first time, when you go to these events, it's like, if these people you recognize, for example, Quigley, if you went to, I don't know, UKSG and Keda was there, like, meeting Keda for the first time would be pretty cool, because you're like, oh, I've seen you online so many times, so I've never seen you in person. Now, this isn't anything bad or anything. Keda's quite small in person as well. Although I'm pretty tall as well myself. I'm 6 foot, so. And I know that she mentioned on stream before that she was quite small. Yeah, in person, yeah, quite small. But no, it was really fun. It was strange meeting, you know, people I've spoken to quite a bit online, like, for the first time. It was always strange for that first time when I met people like Argic and that. Just like, because in my mind, they're like celebrities, all these runners. These runners that I recognize and know, they're like little celebrities because, you know, you watch them all the time, you see them a lot online, and then in person, you're like, oh, wow. So, it's pretty cool. I'm hoping that's the same for me as well. I'm hoping that people who meet me for the first time are like, oh, wow, it's Gene. You know, because obviously, while I don't use a webcam for the time being, I probably will in the future, once I can be bothered to buy a webcam. Because I could technically use my printer's webcam, but I'm not putting my printer right next to my monitors just to act as a really cheap webcam. But it is something I'm considering, just like to get a little setup or something. That would be nice. Because obviously I've got no problem showing myself on stream. Like, I go to these events, perfectly comfortable doing that. So, but yeah, speaking of like being on the screen, so the Rugrats run, let's talk about that. Because I'm not gonna lie, the Rugrats run was fine, but I wasn't happy with it. And I wasn't happy with it because, I don't know, it's just, it bugs me a little bit because I feel like my commentary was just not good for Rugrats. The game was fine, but my commentary wasn't, and I think the problem was I had too much to talk about with Rugrats. And it's at the heat of the moment, you know, when you're like just there live with that one no reset, you've got to try and explain to this big audience, and there was quite a few people there watching my run, and I was like, so yeah, we were going here, and like, and I wanted to be funny with the commentary. But I think my focus was more on the run just going smoothly and everything. It was really hard. Like, I had my friend Reekle on comms. Reek has only known the game casually. He's never known, like, the speedrun, really. But, which I appreciate him being on comms. I don't know, like, it was just a hard game to sort of explain everything going on. Like, I think I explained most of it. I didn't want to go, like, into too much detail into, like, the controls or anything. I kind of wanted to just explain, like, sort of the style of the game and, like, you know, where the ideas came from. Like, the levels were based on the actual episodes of the show and everything. So, I think it was... Oh, there's one on the right, I think. It's either someone's on the right or I can just hear the music change. I don't know. I will find out where that sound is coming from. But yeah, overall, I didn't hate the Regrets run. I just hated the commentary I did because I don't think it was good in my opinion. Other people seem to enjoy it. That was the thing. Like, you know, people are wondering, ooh, what's Regrets all about on the PS1? And so I explained that perfectly fine. But I think compared to my submission video that I did with all my commentary on that, it could have been better. So, right, we've got some more blocks here, so we're gonna spread those out. Let's do a whole tower of red. Let's do a let's do a staircase. Just changing the pattern a little bit. I'm gonna put a bit of blue in there as well. Why can't I put it there? Oh, that's why. Oh, that was confusing then. There we go. Let's just drop that there. There we go. So yeah, I think it was sometimes. I don't think it was the stress because I've ran at these events before. So I've ran at marathons before as well online. So I don't think it was anything to do with that. I think specifically it was just my commentary not being good. But hey, I enjoyed the run. Bug's Life was fine, like, for its commentary. Like, Bug's Life was pretty good. I think the awkwardness sort of came from the Peggle tournament, potentially. I think it was just... I don't know. The Peggle tournament was fun, but I'm starting to think if it was right for the marathon. I think the same would go for the Star Realms tournament. I don't know. I don't know if they were a good fit for the event. Star Realms felt a bit confusing for someone who's never like seen the game before. Like I played it a couple times, but watching it was a bit confusing, really. I think Peggle was fine, but I think it just was a bit too long. Like, people were taking their shots for too long, and that's why I kind of wanted to speed up when I was doing my shots. So that probably ended up me obviously failing at the semi-finals, but that's fine. It was fun, but I just don't think it was like worthy for the streams, like you know, for like showing it in front of everyone and everything. I think when it comes to like tournaments, you want something fast-paced, something quick, snappy. You know, something that's just constantly engaging your mind and everything. Peggle, it's just kind of like looking, waiting. There's some excitement sometimes, but it's not as exciting as you would think it is. And then Star Realms, it is just a case of if you don't know the game, you have no idea what's going on, really. Really good work with the commentary, though, from the commentators who were doing that, but I just think it's just... It is just a bit confusing if you're a bit blind to the game, really. So... I wonder what those sounds usually indicate that there's something nearby. There is a guidebook for this game, actually. I might have a look into that. Because I kind of want to just do a bit more exploration with this, but I want to know where I'm actually supposed to be going, really. Like, it's that confusing and obscure, this game. Even with the manual, I think this game is a bit... I don't know. It's strange, because people have mastered this game. But we haven't found that much right now. It's like we found a few attractions, but we haven't. We found the pyramids, didn't we? So we're trying to find the seabed sanctuary, but I'm wondering where that could be from my base location. So, and like I think there's still a few like fish that we have to befriend. Befriend the starfish. I did see a starfish. Ooh. I heard sonar. I heard sonar. The sonar coming from the left. I don't know if that's just the ambient audio, but I hear sonar. Strange one. I don't know if it's like directional audio, this game. But I would have to assume it is, because the game gives you stereo audio, so... It is stereo, I can hear it now. I'm going to hit the height limit now. Oops. Okay, I have no idea. Is there a guidebook for this? Like, just so I can understand where I might be going, like... Because all these comments are saying, the game is really cool, reminds you the ocean isn't 100% nightmare fuel. Met this glowing manatee, but it doesn't seem like it wants to be friends. Damn. Let's have a look. What's this down here? I saw something. Have we already befriended this thing? What is that? A crab? I don't think the crab likes that sound. Hey, likes this one. Spider crab. Like, it's just those things where you just find things and it's like, oh, I don't think I've spoken to this thing yet. So, Aquanauts holiday guide. This game has one guide. Some of my personal find. Oh, Jesus. The little fish eyes. Try letter like red, blue, red, blue, yellow, blue, blue, blue. Just be creative and the fish will come. Okay. So it's referring to my reef view that moment. So I don't think there's much. Oh, jeez. They're all positioned in a way they're like about to attack me or something. Spin them all. That's right. Get spinning. Spin. Right. Oh, jeez. The music change definitely gets me sometimes. There's a few like sort of scuba underwater games for the PS1. There's Treasures of the Deep, which is more of it's an arcade sort of combat game. It's not like this at all. I mean, it is and it isn't. It's this, but it's with guns and all that, and you can attack. You attack, I think, other scuba divers or something, or other ships. So. It's very obscure, this game. It's kind of just a nice... It's a nice thing to do when I'm talking about UKSG still. So, which we're going to get right back into in a second. So, the weather was pretty wet You guessed G. I will say that for a fact. Oh, at 21%. Very nice. Yeah, it was very wet. Let's just say that. It's going to change some of these to a different colour. Because the game asked me to be a bit creative, basically, so... There we go. Let's see where the fish are currently. Well, they are exploring it. That's good. That's good. The thing is, I think with the reef view, you have to do this to get more fish, basically, in the whole reef. Like, I think that just attracts them, and that's why we find more and more as we're exploring. Let's check the point view for a second. See where we're located at the moment. Because obviously, as we explore, we're going further and further away from where we started. Like, yeah, we're pretty far away now. That's our location currently, so it might be worth going straight down. Yeah, I think we're going to go down to the south, I think. But yeah, the weather initially was fine. It was really lovely on the Wednesday. But then Thursday evening came and it absolutely pissed it down. And it was constantly just raining all the time. A little bit of light rain, heavy rain. It was always raining. Which I was a bit surprised, really, so... Oh, it's a banger. Yes, Aquanaut's Holiday. It's a banger, isn't it, I suppose? It's no Mr. Domino, but considering it's made by the same people, you know, we'll give it some credit. Yo, Hip, how you doing? Oh. We're just having a little bit of an exploration, seeing what we can find. We are going to continuously go down to the south, though, and just have a look, see if we can find anything on the way there. Because I'm trying to clear up the map a little bit, just to see what else there is. So yeah, it was a bit wet. Ooh, stop. I hadn't spoken to you yet. The clam. No, it doesn't like that one. Chilling. I believe I finished routing what I've been working on for a little while. What, have you been routing this game? Ooh. Come on, one of these is going to make you open. You don't like that, do you? I'm going to drop this there, because if I can't get it yet, then I don't know. Hermit Crab I've already spoken to, I think, but it doesn't like that sound, it seems. So, if only something much wackier. Any hints as to what it could be? Is it Japanese? Is it PlayStation 1? Is it LSD Dream Emulator? Ooh, I found something else. Oh, it's alive. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's circle around and look at the front. Whoops, let's not crash into it. Solid start, JPPS2. Oh, please tell me it's not, oh, what's it called? Please tell me it's not Mr. Mosquito. I mean, Mr. Mosquito would be an interesting game to root, to be fair. Because there's a little bit of skill and strategy into that game, but I think the Japanese version is better to play than the PAL version. I don't think it had an NTSC version, Mr. Mosquito. Might be wrong. Ooh. Oh no, I think we've already spoken to the sharks already. I don't know what these things are on the ground though, these weird moving things, so that looks like a starfish or a flounder. I want to talk to it. Yeah, it was released under a different name. Yeah. It's a flounder. Flanders. It's a Flanders. Zoku Zagari Jiri. Jiri. I don't know. Befriend the Flatfish. Flatfish Friday. That's the name of the achievement. Very nice. We found a flatfish. Oh, it's these clams again. Are these clams ever going to talk to me? Or are they just not happy to see me? Ow. Like, it reacts to that. He just goes on his face when I do that. No, I don't think they care. I don't think they want to talk to me. Which is weird, because I think they're an achievement, so... We'll keep heading south, though. See what we can explore and find. Those little pod things that kept moving earlier, I want to know what they do later. Like I said, we are getting more and more creatures in the ocean. This one looks interesting, though. You interested in talking? Oh. Oh, it was a quick one. Lost him. Damn. Let's keep moving. What's the game about? Zoku Zigali. Has this been fun thus far? It's not been horrible. I can just say that. Oops. 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 It's not horrible. It's just one of those games you just explore. You discover things yourself. Like on the Retro Achievements website, you've got people saying, oh yeah, so I've been exploring some of these locations today and found this and that. Apparently, you can master this game in 6 hours. But I don't know if it's like all the same layout or not. Or if it's like just totally RNG, like randomly generated. Like, you know, all the locations and fish and everything. Whoa, what is that? Speaking of, like, exploring, we've not seen this. Can we talk to you? You don't like that sound, okay. Oh, come back, come back. Come back. I'm sorry. Is it like... I don't know if I can even befriend this. It really doesn't want to talk to me. If I just keep going forwards and then keep spamming it, maybe I might get it. Nah. Because it keeps running away from me. I need to befriend this. I can't go that high because it'll crash me into the top. Because it seems to be going up and up, but then it's going back down now, so... No. Well, there's a manta. We've already spoken to the manta earlier. Like I said, they've made a sequel to this, so this game must be that cool. Game with an asterisk. It's going to crash into the thing. No! Ow. It planned to do that all this time. Oh, we'll leave it for now then. We'll go on. You don't want to talk to me? That's fine. I'll go talk to some other fish. Let's head back down, I suppose. Nice. This is an odd one. You got to make droids for a bunch of NPCs, and you make some wild-looking fellas. What? So you make the droids? Are they used in anything? Like for you make your own? Because I don't know why I'm getting Armored Core vibes right now when you think make your own droids or something like that. Like, is that all you do? Just make them, or do you use them for anything? These... I don't think I've spoken to the sea turtles yet, actually. He just... What's he doing? He doesn't like that sound, it seems. No, I don't think he's interested. I know that some people were struggling to get some of these fish to, well, they were trying to befriend some of these fish, but I don't think they had any luck with that. Well, they call them droids, but they mostly look like normal guys. It's just missions for the people, and you don't really utilize anything beyond that. Short gameplay loop, but enough for it to be on the longer side. I see. Fair enough. I think we're going to have to head back to the reef then and just have a little look-see. Have a look-see on where we're at. Let's build up some more blocks though while we're here. 24%. We don't have that many blocks in. So let's do 2. Let's do 1 red. Another red. Let's do another one. And another. Let's do some blue in the middle. Oh. Here. Got some of these hanging around. Thank you for the 2 bits. I need to also clean up that notification because it's not cropped properly for some reason. It's a little bit broken, but yes. Thank you very much for the 2 bits. Right. Let's check the point of view again. Because I need to know what direction I'm going right now, because I kind of went all over the place then. So we did go directly south. And we did reconnect to this section. But we've still got like all this gap here, so I might go here, because I haven't been here for like an hour. So I'm going to go south, and then I'm going to go east, I think. Or did we go east and then like southwest or something? Oh, let's go south to begin with. So we'll start heading down. Like I said, we're trying to look for structures at the moment, because we've only found one series of structures, which was those pyramids. So we're trying to look for something else at the moment. So while I'm going this way, I'm going to start... Ooh, well, the ground is looking a little bit different here. Obviously, I can't go too high, so sometimes I have to go around these rocks. Because the game is like, nope, you can't go that high because you're too close to the surface. So it's like anything... Oops. So anything like this kind of interests me, because it's like, you know, usually with these areas, you've got some unique fish. Or unique areas. These aren't, like, considered structures, these. So, we've already tried befriending these things, these Pac-Man eel things, but they're not interested, so we left them be. Gonna start going a little bit to the left a little bit. Let's head off and prep some food. Thanks for the good luck. Appreciate it. Yeah, no worries. Have a nice food session, and ooh, I want to talk to you. And yeah, speak to you later. In fact, there's 2 things here that I could speak to, maybe. Whoops. Befriend the Sloane's Viperfish. Viperfish? Huh. Looked quite bony, to be honest. There was another thing that I wanted to speak to as well. It might have just gone off the screen now. So that was the bonefish that we just spoke to. But there was something else that I just saw. It was the weird lantern fish that bugger, I think I've lost it. Oh no, there it is. Let's not crash into it. Does it not like R1? I don't think it does. It's hard to tell sometimes because you get close. I don't know if they just run away. I think I've already interacted with that one, so let's keep moving on. Okay, landscape is changing around here, so that's a little bit interesting. We haven't been to sort of icy, sort of snow land area. This is new. This is new. That looks new as well. Hmm. Again, it's really confusing, this, because it's like, you think you can just easily just use your sonar to befriend them if you find the right one, but I seem to be struggling a little bit, so we'll keep moving on. I'm going to keep sort of in this direction, really, just so I can have a little scan of this sector. Like I said, it's a huge map, this game, like, pretty massive. Obviously, the frame rate slightly struggles when you look at too much, but it's fine, it's tolerable. I'm probably going to have to go around. I can't really go up there. Because the game's going to be like, nope, you can't go above that. See, now we're going to the left here, and that's not really where I want it to go. I want it to go to the right. But I can't do anything. I have to go around, because we might be starting to hit the edge of the area. Now we're back into this sort of bedrock area. Now we're moving to the mossy section again. And we crashed. It's a strange one, though. I keep saying it's a strange one, but this game is a very strange game. So, it's understandable. Are they the eel things again? They are. We don't like those, because they don't want to talk to us. Surely there's something down here. We are going lower, so I suppose that's promising. Oh, it is pretty dark down here as well. Just as a little wiggle. I love it. Yeah. Interesting, though. Whoops. Sorry, swordfish. Again, it's just hard to tell what fish or what creatures you can interact with. So, but we are in a different section now, which is interesting because it's quite dark down here. So we're pretty deep in this area. So that might be promising to find something then. I've already seen those fish before. Ow. I hear something. It's on the right, the sound, but again, I still don't know if the game has like stereo audio or if it's just playing with me right now. What is that? Well, that's a structure. Find the face rock. Lovely face. Oh, is it like a face if I go higher? Let's see. Oh, geez, it is a face. That looks terrifying. Interesting. Well, we found something. It took us half an hour, 40 minutes, but we found something else, which is cool. Let's head back to the menu then. Let's see where else we can head off to then. Let's build the reef a bit more, because that's just constantly growing, so we might as well just keep adding more and more resources. There we go. I think we got... What's our fish like at the moment? Yeah, pretty good. Looks pretty healthy. I don't know what it all means, but it looks good if there's lots of things on the screen. So sure. Right, let's see where we were. Okay, so we actually did pretty good. We actually did like a sort of, like, a loop around. So we don't really need to worry about this section here, because we've already done that. I do want to know what's down here on the right. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back, and I'm going to go back from my base and head east. Because we haven't explored that section of the whole map at all in any way, so I want to head to the east. And see what the ocean is hiding from us over there. Let's not crash into that, shall we? I have to go a bit higher then. Oops, that's not higher. It's like I said, the hitbox of any buildings in this game is just massive. So, we're at the height limit. Okay. Okay, there we go. So now we have to find a way to get past this area here. If possible. We can't go any higher because the game's going to be like, nope. We might be able to skim off the edge here, though, and see if we can go around. Ow. So we're going to see how much this we can just go around, and then see what's behind even our base, to be honest. But again, it's really awkward, because like I said, if we can't get past that, then there can't be anything behind that. So... And I'm worried where we're going is not really in the direction that we're going, because right now we're going north, which is going towards an area we've kind of explored a little bit already. So, and I can't go any higher than that, so... Now we're going to the west. That's not good. So, I'm going to head back quickly. I'm just going to have a look at the map, because we might not actually be able to go behind the base here. We might only be able to do, you know, whatever direction it's pointing, basically. Which is good, because that means we found the wall, basically. So, all of this doesn't feel like it's explorable. So anything like the white here, I think is like our limit. So, it's interesting, because we've explored all this area. But we haven't explored, like, the limits of it yet. So we've still got tons of this section to explore. So, yeah, anything that's got, like, a white boundary feels like it's just the edge of that area. So... So that's our reef there. I suppose we could try and start filling in this section, but I don't think there would be much to explore there. So I'm thinking going here. So I'm thinking going there and then going this way, like sort of upwards, to connect to that section up there. So we'll jump to this old spot from 13 minutes, and then we'll head east. We'll head east as much as possible, and then we'll head up to the north, potentially. Look at that, I'm getting good at this game. I'm getting better at understanding, like, how we should explore, really. Because this game is more of a... It is a self-discovery thing, like, you just explore. You find your own stuff, find your own journey. You're having a holiday, basically. That's the whole point of the game. That's why it's called Aquanaut's Holiday. You know? It's a game that has no objectives, pretty much. Although, I would say the reef menu... You could argue that is an objective of the game. That's a dolphin. That's a dolphin. I need to speak to the dolphin. Sonar. Dolphin. That's what I could hear earlier. The sonar from the dolphin. Is that it then? Just lose it? There's a dolphin. I need to talk to this because dolphins like sonar. There we go. Befriend the dolphin. See, that's one thing I could easily recognize, and one thing that should respond to sonar, and that's a dolphin. Right, so now we're sort of having a look in this area. Music's interesting in here. Yeah, there's games like Endless Ocean. Endless Ocean 2, I think, is a very popular game. And it's more of a game than just like an exploration thing like this. There's actually some proper gameplay to it. There's even combat in the game, funny enough. Because you have some fish trying to attack you and you have to calm them down using the pulsar in that game. That's for the Nintendo Wii. They did release a third game for the Switch. I don't recommend it. It looks pretty bad. And I think it's had pretty poor reviews because it's just a bit too... it's a bit too cartoonish, sort of. Like, it just doesn't feel right, so... Okay, we're going to maintain this direction. See where it leads us to. Plenty of octopus down here. There's lots of things in this section. Ooh, there's clams. Are they going to respond to this sonar? Do I have to use a different one? I need to go up a bit more. Because I'm too close to the ground. No, it doesn't want to talk to us. I think we've upset some of these clams today. They really do not want to talk to us. What about you? Nope. Nothing. So either you can only talk to them at certain, like, maybe times during the game or something. I don't know. There is a manual with this game, but we haven't read it. Ooh, starfish. We can talk to these because we need to. There we go. Star of the show, and it's just gone off into the stratosphere. Nice. Goodbye, starfish. What are these things? Can we interact with these? They are moving, but... At least these are like the... Was it the clamfish or something? It's responding to this. It's not responding to the other three. Should start doing speedruns of this game. 100% reef completion or something. Oof. That would be pretty bad. I would be curious if there are speedruns of this though, like potentially. But I can't really imagine how you would even run this, because I don't even know if there's an actual end to this game. Oh, bloody heck. Excuse me. This is better than the A Bug's Life Activity Center, let's just say that for sure. Like, I'm not lying either. This game is actually a bit more entertaining than that. These are pufferfish. He's coming towards me. He's running away. Ooh. Ooh, look at him. Whoops. Right, let's go back to exploring. I suppose there's two ways you could explore this game. You can either go for, like, the buildings and explore those, like, structures that you keep seeing all over, or you could try and go for all the fish. So I suppose it's your choice of playing this game, really, and how you want to deal with it. Like, this is the thing. We owned this game growing up, and as kids, we had no bloody clue on how to do this game at all. This game was just that confusing. The only thing we knew what to do was just to put blocks in the reef view, and that was it. So it was just too obscure. Like, I don't even know how we even got this game as well. I'm guessing we probably got it from my granddad's car boot, to be honest, because he used to have lots of obscure PS1 games. One of them wasn't too obscure. One of them was Rescue Shot and Ghoul Panic, so they were Namco games that we had. And they're both light gun games too. Rescue Shot's pretty cool, and I'd love to run it, but I don't know if it's more appropriate to have a light gun for that game or if it's fine to use the cursor with like a D-pad, because I can't go that way. Because it is fun. It's just because it's more of a sort of what's it called, an escort sort of mission, really, compared to a lot of the other light gun games out there. So you're escorting on that game Bo, who's like a prince, but he's lost his memory, and he's just wandering around thinking, "What's going on? Who are all of you?" But apparently some evil people just want to stop Bo. Apparently, I don't know why. In terms of gameplay, though, it's a bit creative. Like, you've got to make sure Bo doesn't take damage from enemies or obstacles. But there are a lot of things that happen along the way. There are ways to stop Bo from moving, so you can actually shoot Bo to basically just stop him. Or you can jump, or you can shoot his feet to make him jump and leap forward, which is probably a strat of going really quick in that game. So it's like you have sort of some control as to how the pacing works with Rescue Shot. I hear something. But yeah, so we've updated our schedule as well for our streams. So I've changed the layout a little bit. So there's the pink shark from earlier. But yeah, I've just changed it up a bit, and I've put a schedule back on again because I feel like I'm able to maintain that routine again now. So ideally, every week, Thursdays are going to be a no bueno for streams, just because I'm always at the arcade on a Thursday after work, so I wouldn't even have... I hear some funky music. Ooh. You're a new one. Who are you? I hear some weird drums as well. Nope. We'll drop that there. Use that as like a little shortcut to get to this section again. What is that noise? Just having a little patrol around, seeing if I can find anything. But for music's being this intense, it means we're finding something, but... Either that, it's just basically there to distract me and think, oh no, you found something, but you haven't really. Oh, it's getting really funky now. Oh, I saw something. See, this is what you'd hear if you went scuba diving, trust me. I should know. I've done a teeny tiny bit of scuba diving in my life. But not in the ocean. I did it in a training pool. It's a true story, though. I have actually done some scuba diver training. Did that with my old school years ago. It was one of our extra things that we could do. So I thought, oh, I'd like to try scuba diving. Some people wanted to do horse riding. So it's interesting wearing scuba gear. It's scary as well. Because obviously, you know, being underwater for more than a minute is usually... It's usually a concern if you don't have anything, because obviously you're having to breathe underwater with your scuba gear, and it's like, whoa, this is kind of weird being underwater for more than, like, at least 5 minutes minimum sometimes. So... But yeah, we never got the opportunity to go into the proper water for a dive, just because I think it was either time or costs that we just ran out of, I think. I mean, scuba diving is an expensive thing, so I'm not surprised if it was a cost-related thing. But the school said, unfortunately, we couldn't continue. So at least I do know how to scuba dive. The very basics, like, I know a few hand signals and stuff like that, but I wouldn't be able to prep my own equipment, let's just say that. Like, I wouldn't be able just to grab and set up all my equipment without any, like, support. But yeah, so with the schedule, we're going to be doing some de-rusting of some runs this week. We're going to be de-rusting Spyro 240 Orb, because I said I wanted to get back into Spyro. And honestly, I miss playing Spyro. And doing 40 Orb is a good excuse to get back into it. So I probably won't submit Spyro 2 for UKSG just because, I don't know. I think we've seen enough Spyro, I think. Whoa. What are you? It's coming towards me. The sunfish. Why are all the fish just spinning around? I don't know. But yeah, the thing is, like, 100% this for the achievements. It takes time and a bit of patience because you are trying to explore the ocean, essentially, so... What are these dolphins doing? But it's interesting. It's interesting to come back to this many years later and understand it just as much as I did when I was growing up. Still have no clue what the true idea is, but I do feel it's more towards, like, self-exploration, really. So... Quite a lot of dolphins in this area, though. We're going to call this the Dolphin Zone. Just drop a buoy there. Like I said, you might as well drop buoys everywhere because at least they're good for just fast traveling later. But you just don't want to go like spam, 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 like, because otherwise you're going to have like 10 of them in a row. I think there's also a limit to how many you can actually have as well. So... Ooh, music's getting quite nice. I had some piano notes over there. So yeah, we got Spyro 2 D-Rust on Friday. That's after work. And then Saturday we're going to be doing some Croc. Ooh, found a structure. We're going to be doing some Croc remaster runs. Because while I have submitted the remains of Borobuddha, the Central Temple. Interesting. Because while we do run the PlayStation 1 version, I am probably going to just edit my submission if I feel comfortable doing so, and doing the remake instead. One, because it's a quicker run to deal with, because I don't have to deal with like loads or anything. Everything's just instant and snappy. I want to talk to this thing. I don't think it wants to talk to me though. Nope. Well, let's head back anyway. Let's have a little look and see how we're doing. And then we'll do probably one more quick dive and then we'll be done for today. Like I said, this was just like a little UKSG debrief sort of stream anyway, so... There we go. So yeah, pretty much just getting back into the swing of things, really. So like I said, I was just getting back into the swing of things at work today. Not much has happened since I left, to be fair. So yeah, that'll do nicely. But yeah, overall the event was great fun. It was a little bit sad at the end, but not as sad as I thought it was going to be. Oh, excuse me, sorry. It wasn't going to be as sad as I thought it was going to be because, you know, ideally Paulister was leaving for a year to do his mandatory army stuff. But, where are we? Wow, we've explored quite a bit. Okay. Is there anywhere else we're going to try and go? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to this spot and I'm going to go to the east, I think. Not east, west. But yeah, Paulus has got his mandatory military service for 1 year. So it was a little bit sad, but it was a really nice send-off for the year. And we will see him in a year as well. Like, this isn't forever. So, as they said, it's not goodbye, it's see you soon. So, but it was a really nice sort of like ending to the whole event. You know, we all went out to Weatherspoons again for the post-event. It was fun. It's really nice just to, you know, relax after all that. We had the post-event breakfast meet-up on the Monday, though. There was quite a few of us for that as well. There was a good, like, 15, 20 of us who went for the breakfast. And then we basically just... we made our way, like, you know, back home and everything from then. People started splitting off, doing their own things and leaving whenever. So, that was fun. One thing I could talk about is my prints that I did for people as well. Like, so I did 3D prints for all the attendees and also the runners as well. Also, sorry if I'm sniffing as well. I've still got a bit of a cold from a trip. But yeah, like, that was great fun. I had so many comments, you know, saying thank you for the little souvenirs that I made for all the runners. That was really nice. Oh my god. Can I help you, fish? Nope. But yeah, everyone really loved the things that I made for them. It was like personalized little trophies, you know, based on the runs that they were doing, or at least one of the runs they were doing. So the idea is going forwards, I am going to start doing that, like for all runners now. Because now I know how to do it quite effectively, and even if I don't find a model that I could use for the thing, at least I know what else I could do in their place, really, for that. So yeah, I think that was a big success. It was a lot of work for green just because there was more runners, but for blue and red, it'll be a lot easier because there'll be half of the runners this time. There'll only be like 20 I'll have to make. Because transporting them all was probably the hard part. Like, it was really difficult just to transport like nearly 50 of those things. Because I had to use some of my really long boxes. So, but going forwards, it should be a little bit easier. But no, it was really nice, and I appreciate everyone's comments and feedback on those as well. The keyrings did pretty well as well. I think I got rid of like 50 maybe of them. So I think half of them went. I definitely made too many, but that's fine. Anything left over got left in the box, because we have like a box at the event now that's got like all the leftover like sort of, you know, handouts for attendees. So we let attendees just like, you know, get them for the next event. And that's good because it means that you can still pick up things from previous events. And so even if you missed out on like one of the Reptar keyrings, there's tons of them there for next time. Because there's no reason to throw them away. there's probably no reason for me to take them back either. So that's like the general supply box. And then obviously each event there'll be like a new design or a new thing. So that's pretty cool. I am going to do less this time though, I think, because 100 was just too many. Yes, there was over 100 attendees in total, but not everyone took one. So, yeah, but it was fun. It's really good. Don't know what I'm going to do for blue though. But I've usually done something related to something that I'm doing, if it's a run at the event or not. Or if I'm not running, that'd be related to a run that I'm really excited to watch for or something, you know. So, I haven't got any ideas just yet, but I am having a think already as to what I want to do. I think it's just fun. Like, I don't mind spending that filament to do these things for everyone because it makes people happy. It's why I used to do origami. It's why well, not used to, but it's why I do art in general. Like, I do art because it makes people happy. You know, I haven't done any drawing for a while, and I do need to get back into that. So I'm certainly going to be pushing myself to get myself back into drawing some digital drawings again, because that was always fun. That always helped me out quite a lot. So, oh, didn't clip the corner. Nice. I think we're in a bit of a cul-de-sac here. I think we might be a little bit stuck. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to wave around here just so I can get some more thing. I'm going to drop a buoy there. That way I can have a check on the map to see where this area is and see if I've just covered it all. Although I do hear music, so that might mean that there's something. It's hard to tell because this game's kind of confusing. What I will say is I will probably do the rest of this game in my own time, I think, because it's not one of those games that I want to do continuously on stream. This is not going to be like a 10-part stream or anything. Because I feel like I can do this just casually in my own time. Let's say if I'm waiting for a download or something. Or if I'm just listening or watching a movie, maybe I could just do this in the background. So, but I am going to try and master this for sure. Would be nice. I know that we haven't done Metal Arms, and I don't know if I like Metal Arms. Like, it was okay, but it felt a bit I don't know, there was something missing from the game in my opinion, like how it felt. And there's just too many levels on it. So maybe the length is a bad thing. Not only that, on normal difficulty, you're still getting destroyed quite a bit. Like, it is really hard to get through. And I think that would take, for me, it'd probably take about 6-7 streams. And it's not really what I'm looking to do. You know, I'm strictly not doing, like, super long playthroughs. Croc 2 was an exception just because, you know, it's Croc 2. Like, I run Croc 1, so I feel like it's fair for me to give that sort of justification. So, and with a schedule now as well, like, yes, this week we didn't do any streams on Monday and Tuesday because obviously that was the end of UKSG, and I was still traveling back. And yesterday was my free day off anyway from work, so I just wanted to rest and relax that day and just recover. Excuse me, sorry. Oh, 36%, very nice. But yeah, so I just wanted to, you know, just enjoy the day to myself, really. 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Two, 3, 4. There we go. That'll do. We'll leave it there for today, though. But yeah, so we'll be hopefully getting back into the routine of doing our schedules now. I've redesigned it a little bit. If you check my Blue Sky account, it'll be on there. But I'm really happy with how it looks now as well, and I'm just looking forward to streaming again because I really love streaming. Like, I genuinely do. I think it's just a lot of fun. But and I like to plan what I want to play because, yeah, it makes sense to do so. So Do you want to save this game? Yes, I do. I wonder if it takes ages to save. Because it's like a big thing. Oh no, it's pretty quick. I'd have thought it'd taken longer, to be fair, based on what that was, but yeah. Right, well, we are done for today. Like I said, I'm going to continue this in my own time, I think. Did you have an enjoyable time? Well, sure. Why not? And then it just goes back to the main menu. It's a strange one. It's a strange one why you can just quit the game. But hey, this is Art Dink. I mean, they did some of the more silly, obscure games. Oh, Art Dink. I love the name Art Dink. It's the word dink, that's always funny. So, anyway, we're going to leave it there for today, folks. But I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate all the support as well. It's always fun. It's always fun just doing these obscure games sometimes. This one's a little bit too obscure. We won't be continuing this one on stream, but I will probably try and get some more achievements from this in my free time. Let's see. We're going to send you over. Is there anyone... Is Noob even live? Noob was live 5 minutes ago. Is Noob even live? Because it said he was live, and then now he's not. I'm confused now. 1901 crash. I have no idea. I don't think Noob Killer's online anymore. I think he's been having network issues, to be fair. So I'm going to send you over to then. Let's see if we can find someone quickly. I'm going to send you over to... I'm going to send you over to Everett. Everett is doing some Ape Escape. I'm going to say go wish him some good luck. Raid Everett Yo. Everett's also a croc runner as well. So he's always great to watch as well. He's been trying to grind out world record for Ape Escape 1. So yeah, go wish him some good luck. And I will see you all on Friday for Spyro 2D resting. I'm going to try and reroute my route a little bit, potentially. What I'm thinking about doing is looking at some backup orbs in case I can't do a certain proxy, potentially, if it ever gets into a marathon. So, anyway, have a nice evening. Whoops. Have a nice evening, and I will see you on Friday. Bye-bye.